Hi everyone, welcome to a new week. So I just wanted to take an opportunity to really address a few things today, especially if you're a new investor. You see, this year has been anything but normal. The stock market has been very, very volatile, and if you're a new investor, you could begin to have second doubts or second thoughts and worries about what to do. Should you continue investing? Have you made the right decision to even start investing in the first place? You may have put in some money at the beginning of the year and now your portfolio is down. Or maybe you started investing last year and now your portfolio is down. You see, I get it. You're not the only one who is going through this. Everyone is going through this. All investors are going through this because the stock market affects everyone who is invested in it, whether directly or indirectly. Okay? But I just want to encourage you today, like, don't lose hope. Don't be discouraged. Don't stop investing. Keep dollar cost averaging. That is, investing every month. You really have to zoom out. I've made some videos about volatility, how to keep investing during periods of inflation and volatility. So I will not dive into deep into those steps I outlined there. I'll recommend you check those videos. But this is just a personal message to you, speaking as one investor to another, that hey, don't stress, don't change your strategy now, don't try to invent new things, don't be discouraged, don't begin to question why you started investing in the first place. Just stay committed to it. Check the history of the market, see how it's always gone. It's always fluctuated, but it's always going up. You really have to zoom out and think long term. Now, here's something I want you to do. Okay? Check how much money you will have had if you started investing from January 2010. If you started investing $1,000 every month or 1,000 francs every month, you can even put 500 francs, it's fine. But just for the sake of this example, put 1,000 francs every month, from 2010 to 2022 today, how much you'll have in the market. Now, it's easy to look back and say, wow, this is quite a lot of money. I'll have made quite a lot of money. Yes, it's very true. But then check and see the volatility that was in the market. You see there were some years where the market barely even moved. There were some years where the market had corrections, it dipped. In the midst of that, we had the COVID crisis, where the market was almost halved. So you have to really think long term. This is not a game of making a quick buck. This is not a game of trying to, quickly make some quick cash and then quit. You have to think long term. You're buying assets, you're owning companies. So this is not something you just buy and you sell and then you walk away. No, you're buying to hold for the long term. Despite the news going out there in the world today, despite all the chaos, Russia and Ukraine, inflation in the United States, the trucker crisis and protests in Canada blocking the US-Canada highways. Despite all of that, Apple is still working. They are still planning the new iPhone. They are still making money. Microsoft is still working, making money. Amazon is still working, making money. All these companies are still making money. They are building and moving on. So when you think about it, you need to be able to separate the news of the world from the market. Most people don't know how to do this. That is why you see so much fluctuation in the market, because they buy and they sell, they panic. You should not have that mindset. You have to remember, unless something happens that makes all these companies just go to zero in a day, we're fine. You have to zoom out and think long term. People are still planning to take their companies public in the midst of this mess. People are still working to find a way to make their companies become number one, to increase their market capitalization, to return more money to their shareholders. Dividends are still being paid. Capital growth is still going on. So don't listen to the market. Don't listen to the news. Don't watch the daily fluctuations. That is not what investing is about. Investing is about holding for the long term, buying and holding these companies for the long term. That's why it's always best for you to buy an index fund. or an ETF, one or the other. Buy and hold it for the long term. I've always recommended to people to buy the entire stock market and hold it for the long term, you know, and you're going to be fine. You wake up every day, you go to work. Despite what's going on the border with Russia and Ukraine, you're still going to work. Millions of people are still going to work, if not even billions, right? Companies are still turning over a profit. Life continues. Even if there was a world war this week or the coming weeks or the coming months or years, life continues. The stock market has been in existence for decades and centuries. In the midst of that, we've had World War One, World War Two. We've had so many crises. But we are here today. Companies are here today. So think long term. Don't buy into the panic. Don't be worried. Don't be stressed. Remember, you are investing because you are planning to build wealth for the long term. To get away that stress, you are investing for peace of mind, for your future. Don't trade away that peace of mind for day-to-day stress by listening to the news out there. Stay committed to your plan. Stay committed to the long term. These companies are working for you. And until they drop dead, we are not going anywhere. They are going to keep working for you. So that's my message to you today. In the next couple of weeks, there could be several things, several reasons why the market is volatile, why we have more red days than green days. It's okay. It is perfectly fine and it is okay. Just keep on investing, keep to your strategy, and think long term. I often, whenever I see lots of news and all this thing, do you know what I do? I go back and I check if I just invested 100 francs every month over the past few years, how much money I'll have today. And I tell myself, why have I not done that since the last 10, 15, 20 years, right? So I keep telling myself, if I had done that, I'll probably be retired today. So what's stopping me from doing it today? Because the last thing I want is 10 years from now to look back and say, why didn't I invest? I don't want that. Because I know 10 years from now, I'm going to be in a better financial place. And I know you are also going to be in a better financial place. Most of you listening to me today, 10 years from now, you will have accomplished your financial goals because you stayed invested in the market. So stay in the market. Don't trade your future peace of mind for the day-to-day panic today. Stay in the market and you'll be thankful that you did. So thank you very much. Have an amazing week. Ignore the noise out there. Keep working for your financial freedom, for your family, for your children, for your spouses, and we're all going to be fine. Okay? Thank you and have a lovely week. Bye-bye.